It is go time for Monster Monday. Sit back and get ready to enjoy a live show. Comment any questions, see what's up in our world of epic, and hear what we have in store. Welcome to Monster Monday.
Yay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Monster Monday.
Hi, everybody. I just found out about 30 minutes ago that I'll be doing this, so I didn't have much time for hair and makeup, so just bear with me.
Today is May 2nd, and Riot is not with us tonight, as you can see. So as far as the coin hunt and all of that, I don't have news for that. So you'll have to tune in tomorrow for that information.
Why don't we just ask them to come up with a twist in the comments?
That's true. You could do that.
So yeah, go ahead, everybody. Just comment in with your next idea for a twist. We'll see how it goes. Oh, and apparently I said the date wrong.
It's, what did I say, May? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Turbo's mom is on here. That's good because I had a question for her coming up later too. So
Nice.
all right, so who wants to start?
You start.
Do we start by talking about the weekend?
Yeah, let's do that. How was your weekend?
It was miserable. How about yours?
Haha.
No, it was pretty good. We've been busy around the house lately. We've got a little construction project going. I'm trying to get my end of it wrapped up so I can go out and play the rest of the summer, and we're getting there. So I'm on the closing end of it. I got one more weekend of farting around here, and then I should be free for a while. So
Maybe.
and we did get out and do some riding yesterday.
Yeah, we got the panhead out and rode that for a bit.
We took the highway bike down to get a tape measure. We had to go like 100 miles just to get a tape measure, so that was all right. So that's why nothing gets done. That's why I'm so far behind on my projects. But
It's okay. It was all fun. Short weekend though.
it was. They're always short.
So we'll fill you in as soon as we can on the geo hunt. But I apologize, Riot's off playing, so we'll get to that when we can. What other news do you have?
Well, it's only 103 days until the Monster Bash right here in Brainerd, Minnesota.
Exciting.
So I'm sure that most of you have heard about that already, and most of you have made lodging plans. So I know there's, what is it, the Holiday Inn here? Is that the one that everybody's staying at?
Thanks.
And of course, Craig and Renee have a bunch of room in their yard. We've got room here, but we're not sharing it. So actually, we're off the beaten path quite a ways. So really, if you want to be close to the action, Craig and Renee is a really good spot to be. I mean, they're only probably definitely less than 10 minutes from the hotel and everything else. So
yeah, Chad and Mandy are pretty close too, but I think Craig and Renee are the closest. But you're welcome to stay at our house too.
outside, biker style. All right. And yeah, the crazy ladies, they're on day 153. That's pretty cool.
Awesome.
And if you want to follow along and see everything that they're doing, they've got their own little Facebook page. It's Two Crazy Ladies. So it's the number 2, the word crazy, then ladies, LADYS or LADYZ. So yeah, go ahead and look them up and follow along there. So they're still chugging along. I haven't looked at the total, but we've got to be at right around 1,000 days of people riding nonstop consecutive days for Mile Monsters. That's pretty cool. We'll have to see what the total is on that.
There's a couple questions here. Frank, Jimmy is asking, Jimmy, you'll have to
I
ask.
think it's called the Holiday Inn Three Bears Lodge, isn't it?
I think so.
I don't know. We just live here.
Yeah, we never go to that. And if Mandy could fill you in on that, I know she's up on that, and so's Craig, and of course I'm sure Riot is too. But
And Frankie Orlando says he's coming through in a couple weeks.
yeah, you have to look us up, Frank.
Yeah, I think I'm heading out like after the weekend of the 14th. I'm actually heading west, so I don't know where that lines up, but maybe we'll cross paths. So
That's awesome.
all right. So what else do we have? You want me to keep going?
I do.
All right. So this month is the Turbo Ride. And what is it, 1,007 miles, I believe? Turbo's number is 7, ain't it? See, I'm totally unprepared for this. I do not have a go-kart, but I do have a side-by-side. I've got 4-wheeler. We've got all sorts of stuff you can ride out here. So I don't know why he wants to know if I have a go-kart.
We
But
like to
anyway.
ride it.
Okay, so it's 1,007. So I was right on that. And you need to find a military or first responder type vehicle. You need to find a Ford dealership. You need to find a Parrot, which I have no idea how easy that'll be. Maybe it's
Well, in
really
a
easy.
pet store or something.
All right. And then something to do with the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, this is where I had a question, and I'll bet you Nicole can answer it. So how important does it have to be? I mean, do we need to get Mahomes' signature, or can it just be a T-shirt, or what are we looking for? But and I'm guessing Brandy and Romley could help us out with the rules too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right, so Goat's making all sorts of plans. I do have some awesome trails out here, so whatever you want to do. All right, anything Chiefs related, signature bonus points. There you go. So yeah, that's this month's ride. So yeah, get out there and do the turbo ride. I've really been slacking on our Mile Monsters rides and Monster Miles and all that.
And that money goes, to them too with the awards that you pay for and that. And those guys do a great job with the awards. So you need.
And that reminds me, Honor Week starts next Sunday. So it's before the next Monster Monday. So I suppose we should mention it now. So Honor Week, just get out and ride 7 consecutive days, any miles you want. 1 mile, 1,000 miles, do it however you want to do it. Yeah, and turn it in and get your award. And that's pretty cool. I've seen a lot of them. I don't have many of them myself, but yeah, Brandy, I know does a great job. So.
Yeah. Sorry, I was reading the comments. Yes.
Now they're all fighting about the football teams. That's all right.
I
I'm surprised they even knew Mahomes' name. So I don't follow football too closely. So. All right.
Well, Marie's big into the Green Bay.
So you want me to just keep going?
Yeah, go
You're going to
ahead.
handle the heroes?
Yeah, well, yeah.
All right. And some other big news we've got this week. I believe it's still the plan. The last time I talked to Hopper, he was planning on heading out on his ride on Wednesday. And as you know, he's looking for 100,000 miles plus. So it could be 101,000 miles, could be, who knows? So I have a hunch what he's shooting for, but we'll see. So that's really exciting. That's a huge ride. So I know he wanted to be out there already, and unfortunately had a delay. But yeah, definitely keep him in your thoughts and prayers. And it's a big deal, a ride like that.
It is a very big deal. And he's got his bike back together, so that's great.
Yeah, his bike's ready to roll. I think he's just waiting. He decided on Wednesday. I think they got one more service they're doing before he heads out. Is what's actually going on? So yeah, he'll be heading out doing his ride. There's 2 other guys that are out there right now too. A Scott guy from here in Minnesota, he's out trying to do 120,000. And we've got Pat Fornell. He's shooting for 125. He's been out for quite a while, about a month already, I think.
Yeah.
So that's really neat. There's going to be 3 guys out on the roads shooting for 100 plus. Yeah, that's a pretty big deal. So I wish them all the best of luck. Really,
Yeah, exactly.
We've
Real big deal.
we've got our favorite, but but you definitely want it to go well for everybody. So
Definitely.
those rides can only end so many different ways. Hopefully, if it came down to something bad happening, hopefully it's just you fall behind and tap out. So yeah, definitely keep them guys in your thoughts and cheer them on and follow along. And
Yep.
I know
Donate.
Hopper's got some pretty cool fundraiser ideas. He's already working on with the signs.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody saw the whole sign thing. That's really cool.
Yeah, so that'd be cool. So if you donate $150, you get your name on the sign, and he'll put it on or you get your name. Well, he makes a sign. I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say here, but he'll put it along the highway somewhere. So it's almost like a adopt a highway type looking thing. So it's kind of cool. So, and if you donate $200, he'll put it wherever you want. So that's really neat.
That's
So
really cool.
yeah, that'll be fun. So that'll keep him busy, give him some destinations to go to and raise money, and that'll be cool.
I
So
think that's awesome. And Selena, you are correct. They are all nuts.
yeah, and that Patrick Cornell, a lot of us have seen him around. I know he's a Hoka Hay rider and stuff like that. I'm not sure where I've met him, but he looks awfully familiar. So that's pretty cool that he's out there. He's been, like I say, going quite a while. That Scott guy, nobody really seems to know him. So, but yeah, he's been out. I think it's about 10,000 miles into it. In a couple of weeks here, I'm actually hoping to maybe snag him as he comes through and just see what he's all about.
Yeah,
So,
cool.
like I say, I don't want him going after our guy's record, but also you want him to have the best of luck. So yeah, I might follow along, reel him in, and buy him a tank of gas or something and say hi. So that's about that.
That's awesome. So yeah, get out and ride and get your awards. Just keep Brandy busy and Frank. That's awesome.
All right. So Selena knows Pat. So
Oh, nice. Okay.
no, and Craig wants to come with. We don't want to be intimidating, we don't want a whole crew running down.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, if you can do that.
Yeah, that'd be kind of fun though. Like I say, just nobody wants to see something like that go bad for somebody,
No, we wish them all the best of luck.
especially our guy. Go get him, Hopper. So,
Yeah, go Hop, go. Just brings us back to, what was that, 2000? What year did he do his first one? 21?
I don't remember.
Yeah, we were just learning about Mile Monsters when Hopper did his first one, so it's like, yeah, it's just crazy. Okay, on to the heroes. I know Gavin is going to be angry with us tonight, but we're going to kind of wrap things up tonight early if I can. And unless he yells at me, then we won't. But, thank you.
Yeah, but I thought it was 21. Yeah, that's when we first heard of Mile Monsters. We met Riot, and that was kind of an experience just meeting him. But then also, he explained to us what Hopper was out doing. And I think we started following along right about 50,000 miles. And myself, we had been riding. I've been riding for 25 years or something. I don't know. But I'd never really done like a certified ride or a documented ride. And I always put it off. And I saw what Hopper was doing. And I thought, okay, I can't do that, but I can go out and do some of this stuff. And that's really where it started for me. So he was pretty much what inspired a whole shift in my riding habit, really. So pretty cool.
Okay, good for you, though. You don't have a bedtime anymore, so good for you. Robert says you're his hero. Okay, now you guys are getting me off sidetracked. So on to the heroes. I'm going to start with Alfie. Alfie's doing good. He went to the disco the other day with all his friends, and they had a great time. I would love to be able to be a mouse in the corner to see that. But yesterday he was away at his county football, which I'm not really sure. I don't quite understand this, but it's not soccer, but GAA football in Ireland. I need to Google that and figure all this out. I don't understand all these crazy things those guys do.
Don't try to pronounce it.
No. And his team won. So he was very delighted with that. So congratulations with that. I'll be glad to hear that your team won. I know these guys take their soccer, football very seriously.
Yeah, the whole country takes it real seriously over there. It's kind of funny.
More than we do football, but
Even if you watch like their local news, or local to them anyway, if someone mentions soccer, then the whole newscast gets shifted over to a different topic. They all just start talking about soccer. It's kind of funny.
it is, yeah.
We used to do that to our math teacher and stuff. We'd talk about snowmobiles and he'd get going and he'd forget to give us homework.
Yeah, now we're gonna have to do math. So that was pretty awesome.
That's why I can't do math.
Jack, I didn't hear from Jack this week. So no word on him. I know last I heard he was working away to get finished up with school. School's a very big deal for Jack. I know that. So, but he's looking forward, I know, to having fun outside in the sun with his friends. So, Drew is trying to finish end of school year stuff. He's only got 1 week left. Hurry up, get it done, Drew. And then they can concentrate on fun plans, hopefully. So they can, concentrate on that. And on to Mr. Gavin. Gavin went to the movies on Friday. Saw Lilo and Stitch. I didn't know there was a new Lilo and Stitch out. I knew there was an older version, but I guess he didn't stop laughing in the movie. So apparently it was really funny. He has a lot of appointments coming up, and ortho, eyes, dentist, etc. He jacked up his chair again. I think Mom's, yeah, not real thrilled about that, but so oh boy with that. He gets fitted for a new manual chair on the 11th. So try to be nice to your chair, Gavin. End of the month, he's heading to Mexico to soak up sun and tropical drinks. Can I go with, Gavin?
Yeah, no kidding.
The beach is his happy place. It's mine too, Gavin. That's the only place that makes me happy. So I need to come meet you there.
Yeah, being from Minnesota, we're as far from the ocean beaches as you can possibly get. So when we get close, that's kind of what we're drawn to. So
Mhm.
Renee says, me too.
Yeah, I need my vitamin D. We lack vitamin D so bad here in Minnesota. It's crazy.
Yeah, we take a motorcycle to the Daytona rally. But when we're in Daytona, we leave the
Right
house
by
in the
the
morning and we go to the beach to get to our next spot, you know. So we go to the beach, we go to another event, we go to the beach, go to an event, and that's pretty much a full day in Daytona. So yeah, most of it's time
Beach
burnt at
time.
the beach.
Yeah. So exactly.
Nicole says, come to Cali.
Yeah, we've been there, but it's been a long time ago.
See, California beaches are so much more interesting than like Florida beaches. You go to one Florida beach, you've seen them all.
California is
Yeah,
way different.
California's got a lot of cool stuff going on with their little reefs or whatever you call it, cliffs, edges. I don't know what ocean stuff means.
But I know it's been hot there. Nicole told me that it's been really hot there. Turbo's doing good. He went to his cardio and they said his heart looked great. So that's awesome to hear, Turbo. They upped his heart meds and he's doing great with that. We always worry about when the kids, you know, have to up medicine or change something because there's always side effects. There's always crap like that. So it ends up, he's trying to tuck us in.
Well,
I know you don't need to talk me into it. I'm there already.
it took us like a day and a half to get from like Los Angeles to what, Laguna Beach. Yeah, so we've seen them all.
Mark in Nude Beach. Okay. So anyway, he's doing good with upping his meds. They got him back on his routine after his trip from Texas, and he's getting excited for June. They said it's been very hot there, and so they've just been indoors with the air on. I would love to be there, but not with the air on. I'd just be outside. So they've been playing video games with Dad and eating them out of house and home since they got back. Kimmy has her last week of school, so they went shopping today. And sorry, I'm quit clicking on those. Then I get
Don't
interrupted.
read them.
Okay.
This is my end of the spectrum over here.
Both Kimmy and Turbo are excited to be able to sleep in and no more early mornings. Oh, I envy you guys. I loved spring or spring break, whatever you want. Summer break, I guess is what you call it. And yeah, good for you guys. Sleep in for that. Mr. Jackson, he has his pre-op this week for his surgery. So prayers for Jackson for his surgery. Everything goes well for that. They had a fun weekend at the park. So he spent time at the parks. Sounds like they had a good time.
I miss parks. When our kid was little, we used to go to the park all the time. And we had a nice backyard and everything, but there's nothing quite like going to the park. So, well, these guys in the comments, I don't know.
Okay, on to Mr. Brody. Brody had a great weekend. He got to ride four-wheeler at the farm, and they had game night, and they ended it with s'mores. Now, doesn't that sound like the perfect summer kids weekend? I would think. I don't know. Anything ending in s'mores sounds like a great time to me. We had s'mores last weekend with our son and his girlfriend. S'mores are just awesome. He goes for what they call his big muscle team appointment at the end of this month. So they're preparing for that. So prayers to you, Brody, for that as well, and preparing to get ready for that. That is all I have. Riot did update me and said that he will update the website and the twist can stay the same.
So I believe that means right now, there's really no restrictions. You just can't grab a coin that you've already grabbed out of that state.
Yes.
So Minnesota's out for you, North Dakota's out for me. I can still hunt locally, but man, it seems like everybody's really picking them over. I know there's still a lot of them out there.
There's still a lot left. I know a few came off the board, I think, this week. But yeah, get out there and find your coins, everybody. I think there's still close to 30 left, I believe, 25 or 30.
I might have to get some clues. I'm heading out in a couple of weeks for a ride, and I really have no idea where I'm going. So maybe a couple coins might be
Or a coin.
or
Yeah.
a coin.
Yeah.
Be a good place to start. So
So he will update the website if you paid for any clues to be unlocked. So watch for that. Any questions? Otherwise, I think that is about all we have. We got a busy summer coming. You know,
yeah, and the Monster 79 is starting up pretty soon too.
yes.
I'd imagine pretty soon we'll be talking about that quite a bit. So
I can't read it. And Mark, I think it'll be later tonight, I believe. I think anyway.
I'd imagine he'll get that done.
Yeah,
Where he's at, he's got service. I think he's just being lazy. So, and that's okay. We all need a break now and then too.
Yes,
Vacation.
we
You
do.
can't pour from an empty cup, so you got to recharge now and then. So
I know, Tammy, you're waiting for the unlocks. I think we all are.
everybody's mad at us.
I'm sorry that I did not have that
Yeah.
information for you. Please forgive me.
We're getting heckled from the audience. They're all mad at us for not giving the info they want.
Blame Riot, don't blame me. I'll take the blame though, I guess. He will update that as soon as they can. I don't know if it'll be him or Mandy, but they'll get it updated. I think that's all I have, you guys. I hope I didn't forget anything. Get out, prepare for Honor Week ride next Sunday, this Sunday coming up. And thank you.
Yeah, be sure to follow along with Hopper and see how this
Yes.
week is going. So
Yes.
I know when you're doing something big like that, it seems like the first few days or whatever sets the tone for the whole event. So yeah, cheer them on, donate money, find your friends to donate, and yeah, really give them a great first week, and that'll set them up for the rest of the run. So
Help them out with gas, donate, anything you can do. Yeah, awesome. That's all I got. I hope everybody has a good week, and we'll see you next Monday. Watch for Riot's updates. Thanks so much. Have a good week, everybody.